run through the tape. In life, never give up, run through the tape.
The New York Knicks took a slight 1-point lead early in the second quarter, and from that point on, Al Horford and the Hawks outscored them 31-14 to take a 61-45 lead into the locker room. It is the American Express halftime report here from brand spanking new Studio J in Atlanta. Ernie Johnson.
Spanking new.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Smells new, Ernie.
Kenny the Jet.
Beautiful facility.
Charles Barkley. No. Kudos to the designers and the guys upstairs. Steve Fiorello, who's kind of the guy who
He didn't do anything.
ramrodded the whole thing, and man, it's awesome.
The guy's 5'2".
Beautiful.
The guy's 5'2". What can he do?
He did this.
Yeah, right.
He did this. So, look, we already know what you've said about the Knicks. We've kind of talked about the comparison to the Knicks improving, and you think the Hawks falling back this year. But in the first
like 28
half,
wins or something.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, but in the first half, what did you see offensively for the Hawks, who looked like a different team than the one that lost to Detroit?
Well, the one thing that I really saw.
He's so comfortable in his new seat.
Shaq.
That's a little longer run this year, Jet.
You know, was the three ball is the one thing that is great for the Atlanta Hawks. Last night they shot 8 for 27. They were terrible on it. But now, as we let it run here, they were great in the three ball. The first guy who got to set it off is Kyle Korver. I don't care if you're chasing him. He's locked in. Freeze it. Like, he's locked in right here on Kyle Korver. But this screen just gives him 1 inch as it pass comes. Now, Millsap is looking only for him. I don't care if you're in my face, he sets the pace. So if he's making a three, now everyone else has to play differently. So if the ball moves here, you freeze it, good. You have the three-point shooter from Horford. Now the offense can run because everybody here freeze it here. Now you got to stay home. You look, Korver's in the middle. This guy should have 1 foot in the paint, but because he's guarding Korver, he can't do that. So the ball movement, the body moves, and everything goes, and then all of a sudden,
They haven't worked all the bugs out yet.
Clearly.
the bugs out. Let me see. Well, my point being.
Oh, you're on Shaq Cam.
I'm on Shaq Camp. Well, I don't know how we got to Shaq Camp. But anyway, the point is, this guy.
Did you knock his pictures out, Shaq?
I guess he did.
You know I did.
I told you I was not to give this dude any toys over there, man.
Not a toy. It's a Shaq Cam.
But the problem is, the difference is, Ernie.
It's a sham.
It's a sham.
It's a sham.
Ernie, as I was saying, the difference is when they hit threes, it allows them to run their offense, and that last play was a layup because you have to stay home, and instead of you're locked into Korver, you're locked into Teague, and then all of a sudden the guys are driving in and getting easy layups. That's the Atlanta Hawks that won 60, Chuck.
But the difference is,
60
Ernie
games.
said the between it looked like a totally different team that played against Detroit. That's Mr. Drummond down low. The Hawks, they shoot threes, and when they make them, they look good. But the one weakness they always have is the boards. And the Knicks don't have anybody down low to manhandle them. When they played against Mr. Drummond from Detroit.
Got out-rebounded by 19.
Yes, that's the difference. And obviously Carmelo's struggling a little bit tonight. He's got to get going at some point. But that's the difference. If you can't manhandle the Hawks down low, that's where you had the biggest advantage. They don't really have a legitimate center.
You're not off the Knick bandwagon yet.
Knicks are going to the playoffs.
All right. Take me inside the New York offense. What you see?
You know, the Knicks are playing well. I think now, especially with this training camp that they had a full training camp, Derek Fisher has embedded somewhat the triangle inside them. Right here, Lamar Patterson, the guy who's getting ready to set a pick. Lamar says, no, let's get into the triangle. And right here, a lot of guys have made their career off simple basketball like this. Steve Kerr, Tony Kukoc, cutting to the basket. I know Carmelo's not playing well, but if you can get the others to master the triangle, just play basketball right here. Pick and roll, just right here, boom. Ball movement, the Knicks did not have this last year. It would get in Carmelo's hand, he'd just go 1-on-5. And right here, simple basketball. Hey, right, pick and roll, I'm not gonna roll, I'm gonna pop. Derek Williams had 24 last night. Reggie made a good point. We don't need him to get 24, but if he can get 12 to 14 points just by playing simple basketball like that,
that triangle.
The Knicks will be good.
And Melo, again, right knee had the surgery on the left knee last February, so just his second game. 3 for 11 for 7 points in the first half of this one, and he was 4 for 16 in the opener. Back with more on the American Express halftime report in just a minute. Premier Week continues here on TNT.
Welcome to the American Express Halftime Report. Brought to you by the Premier Rewards Gold Card from American Express.
American Express halftime report highlights Game 2 of our double dip. It's the DeAndre Jordan Bowl, the Dallas Mavericks and the Clippers at Staples Center.
Working on his handle. I like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Been working on his free throws too, but was 0 for 3 in the opener.
Well, he's in his zone then.
Why's he working on his handle?
If he only missed 3.
Hey, check it out. This is Vinny from Jersey Shore.
Vinny.
Even Chuck is liking the way the Knicks look. I'm in shock.
Vinny from Jersey 4 gave you some cement shoes if you didn't like the Knicks.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Vinny from Jersey Shore.
You don't mess with them boys named Vinny from New York.
That's what I said. They give you some cement shoes. Put you in a river.